If you are struggling with builder gel on super short nails, I got you today. What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer. I am all about the shorties right now. If you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I had a pretty bad reaction to some medication I was taking, so I haven't really been doing my nails much. I cut them all short knowing that I wouldn't be able to take care of them as well as I normally do, and I knew that keeping them short would be a lot easier. So today we are going to be all about the builder gel. I popped off a dip mani over top of my builder gel, and I'm going to go through and debulk the builder gel that I had off underneath because it was lifting a bit. I had had it on for a few weeks, and because of like my health issues that I'm having, my builder gel lifts faster than it normally does. Normally I really don't get any builder gel lifting, so I'm taking down any of the dip powder that was still on there, kind of debulking them, and I'm using the Pana Coarse Safety Bit. This is my absolute favorite go-to bit for removing dip powder and builder gel. It just works so well. I can remove the builder gel or dip powder pretty fast, and I don't cut up my skin with it, so that's really huge. I'll make sure I link everything that I used in the description. I do that every video. Sometimes I just forget to say because I am very forgetful. It's just genetic. So I'm going around each of my nails, just getting off the top layer of my builder gel. Anytime I redo my builder gel, I just file down to a very thin layer, whether I'm doing a full like redo of my nails or when I'm doing just a fill, I always at least leave some of my previous builder gel on. I have not soaked off my nails in acetone in probably at this point like 4+ years. I'm actually allergic to acetone, and it was killing my skin, really making my nails weak. So I figured out that I could use peel base. First I used to use peel base over just a base of clear dip powder. Then I started doing it over builder gel, and doing it over builder gel I absolutely love. If you've watched my channel, you know I am a huge fan of builder gel. So these nails are probably some of the shortest I've ever had. I have them just barely at my fingertips. And once I finished getting rid of all the bulk of the builder gel off, getting any of the dip powder that was still stuck on, I'm a bit rusty with like all my applications, so I didn't put enough peel base on my right hand, so some of the dip powder got stuck and I had to get that all off. Then I use my McCart Cuticle Bit to go around and get any of the cuticle that's stuck on my nail plate off. I absolutely love that bit. It's worked the best for me. It hasn't like messed up my natural nails. It's very gentle if I accidentally like bump my natural nails with it. But what you're trying to do with that bit is just get any cuticle that's stuck on your nail plate. You want to get rid of that. Then I go in with my 240 grit sanding band to go around and make sure that all of my builder gel is a bit more even. Also at the same time, I'm very gently buffing the new growth on my nails, so anything that didn't have builder gel on it before, and I go around and remove any lifting with that bit. So I absolutely love the sanding bit, the sanding band, and I always go with the 240 now for the most part, just because it's so gentle. It's like using a 240 grit buffing block, so I'm way less worried about like accidentally pushing too hard into my nails, and I use everything super gently. Sometimes it's hard to tell because my nails look really dry, or my hands look really dry and cut up and stuff. Like you see a lot of dust on my nails. I like to keep it real. I'm not trying to put lotion on my hands before I do my nails. I'm not one of those type of nail content creators. What you see is what you get with me. Once you finish getting all of the old product off your nails and you've prepped them, then you want to go through with isopropyl alcohol. And you can spray it onto your nails or wipe it onto your nails, either with a lint-free wipe, or if you spray it on, you can use a stiff nail brush to brush it down over your nails. Now we're getting into our builder gel application, and all this you want to do one hand at a time. So I push my cuticles back start with my left hand, and then I dehydrate thumb to pinky, and then I go in with my primer thumb to pinky. And you want to etch your primer into your nails. So what that means is you're basically just kind of like gently scrubbing it onto your nails so it really sticks and gets into all those little nooks and crannies of your nails. I would definitely recommend doing 2 coats of primer. So I go thumb to pinky and then I go back and do thumb to pinky again. The reason I do this is for better adhesion. A lot of companies will tell you to do that too, so I do that regardless of the brand that I'm using. Now, most people do need a layer of gel base here to get better adhesion on their builder gel, but for some of us, gel base just does not stick to our natural nails. So we have to go right in with builder gel. So that's why you don't see me do gel base and cure that. If you're somebody who needs it, you do a thin layer of gel base, fully cure that before moving into the builder gel. I'm using clear builder gel in a jar from OG Dip Powder. When I'm having problems with my builder gel adhering to my nails, because of like the health reasons, the clear builder gel is typically the one that stays the best on my nails when something like that's going on. So that's why I wanted to use that. I was like, okay, if I use the clear builder gel, I know that's going to stay the longest. And now by the time I'm doing this voiceover, the clear builder gel is staying really nicely. So hopefully that means I'm getting like out of the worst of my health issues and finally like slowly getting better. When you apply builder gel, whether you're using the jar or the bottle, you want to do a slip layer. So what the slip layer is it's a really thin layer of the builder gel that you apply over your entire nail and you don't cure it. Then you get a bead of builder gel, apply it like towards the back of your nail, but not the cuticle. Then you'll kind of push it back towards your cuticle and float it, swooping it side to side down your nail. That slip layer is what allows the bead of builder gel to slip down your nail to apply really nicely. I didn't used to do that, but once I started doing it, now it would be really hard for me not to. It just allows my builder gel process to go so much faster. I can apply it way faster than I used to before I did the slip layer. If you're struggling with the jar and you just can't like figure out how to use the separate brush, then sometimes the bottle is easier for some people. Regardless of whether I use the jar or the bottle, I like to go in with my thin nail art brush like you see me doing on each nail, and that's how I get really close to my cuticles without flooding them, and I'll fix any of the application that like got a little bit wonky. So if there's too much on one side or not enough at the apex area, I'll fix that with the thin nail art brush. After each nail that I have the builder gel where I want, I flip it over for like 10 seconds to have my apex kind of build naturally. And when my nails are this short, I'm not really focusing on building an apex. I just flip my hand over and just barely look to see where the apex would be, and then make sure at least it at least has somewhat of a small apex. Since they're this short, I don't really need to worry about them breaking because that's what you have the apex for. So the apex is the highest point on your nail that would potentially save your nail from breaking. It's what helps strengthen it. So if you press down on the edge of your nail and there's like a little white spot somewhere in the middle, that's where you want your apex to be. And since I've been doing my builder gel for like almost 4 years now, maybe 3.5, 4 years, I know where my apex is when my nails are short or long. But if you don't know before you start to do your nails, that's a really nice way to see like where your apex should be on your nails. After each nail and I flipped it over and I got my apex where I wanted to be, I flash cure for 5 to 10 seconds. This is going to keep your builder gel from moving around while you do the rest of your nails. And then when you get to the very end, you get to your 5th nail, then you can do the full cure. So I cure my thumbs separately. I would highly recommend doing that because you tend to lay your thumbnail at a weird angle in the lamp. So I always do pointer to pinky together, and then I cure my thumbs separately. And you want to definitely make sure that you follow the instructions that come with your builder gel on how long to fully cure. This is my favorite part of builder gel application. So once you've fully cured, you spray your nails with alcohol and then you can get into the buffing, filing, and shaping. So this is where like I feel like I can see my nails really taking shape. I like to buff them super, super smooth so then I can do peel base over top of it and then do my dip powder. Now, if you don't want to do peel base, you don't want to do dip powder, and you just want to leave your builder gel as it is, then you would just skip this step. So you wouldn't spray your nails with alcohol. You could just apply gel base, fully cure, gel top, and fully cure, and then you could just rock the builder gel exactly how it is. Now, if you find that your builder gel maybe is a little too thick in one area, or your apex isn't exactly how you like it. Then you would still want to wipe off the tacky layer with isopropyl alcohol, and then you can do your filing, buffing, and shaping. So let's say you do want to use gel base and gel top on it, but they just didn't quite turn out how you wanted. You need to do a little more filing and shaping. No problem. You can just do all your filing, buffing, and shaping. Make sure that your shape is nice and crisp to whatever you want it to be, whether you're doing square, almond, round, and then you can go in, wipe your nails after you've done all of the filing, buffing, and shaping. Then you can go in, wipe them with isopropyl alcohol again, like I'm doing, and then you'd want to dehydrate them, apply primer again, then do gel base and gel top. So when I wear just builder gel alone, I'm going to do it for a while. That's how I do it to make sure that my top coat fully adheres. If you're ready to try builder gel, but you're not sure whether you want to do builder gel in a bottle or builder gel in a jar, check out this next video and I'll compare the jar to the bottle. Thanks for joining me today, Nail Crew.